All right, so for question C, this is similar to question B, right? We have kind of three different parts. We're going to take some limits. We're going to get a system of equations. So first things we know, we can take the limit as x approaches 2 from the negative direction. We're going to be on this here. So we'd have an x squared minus 4 over x plus 2. That's a really terrible x plus 2. And in order to be continuous, we have to equal the limit when x approaches 2 from this positive direction. But that's going to be the function ax squared minus bx plus 3. We're also going to have a possible issue when x is equal to 3. So we can take a limit as x approaches 3 from the negative direction. So we're going to be on that middle branch. We're going to get an ax squared minus a bx plus 3. And that has to equal the limit as x approaches 3 from the positive direction of 2x minus a plus b. Right, so in this first one, right, so one quick thing, we can't just plug in 2. That's a negative 2. That could have been terrible. So we can't just plug in 2, right, because that would give us a 0 in the bottom. But I can factor this numerator into x plus and minus 2. That x minus 2 cancels. Well, that's with the limit as x approaches 2 of x plus 2. And now when we plug in 2, we're going to get 4. So that has to equal this other limit when I plug in 2. So 2 squared, we're going to get a 4a minus 2b plus 3. And I'm just going to bring this 3 over to the other side. And I'm going to end up with 1 equals 4a minus 2b. All right, so again, I have two variables, one equation. I need another equation that has a's and b's, which I'm going to get from over here. So when I plug in a 3 for x, I'm going to get 9a minus 3b plus 3. I'll plug in a 3 here. I'm going to get 6 minus a plus b. So I'm going to move my a's and b's over. I'm going to get all of my a's onto this side. So I'm going to get 10a. I'm going to subtract the b to get minus 4b. And then I'm going to bring this 3 over to get positive 3. All right, so let's see. So I have these two equations. I have 10a minus 4b equals 3. And I also know that 4a minus 2b should be 1. So I'm going to solve a system of equations again. I'm going to multiply this bottom by negative 2 so I can cancel out these b's. This is going to be a negative 8a plus 4b equals negative 2. So then when I just add down, right, I can get 10a minus 8a, 2a. My b's cancel. 3 plus negative 2, aka 3 minus 2 is 1. So a should be equal to 1/2. Right, so I can plug this into any equation that I want. So let's see. I know that 4a minus 2b is equal to 1. So 4 times a half minus 2b is also equal to 1. 4 times a half is 2. 2 minus 2b is equal to 1. So this means that when I bring the 2b over and the 1 over, I'm going to get b is also equal to 1/2. So we should get 1/2 and 1/2, right? We could check this in Desmos. So if I plug in 1/2 for my function, oops, 0.5 and 0.5, we should get something where they're intersecting, but they're not. So there's some issue here. That's awkward. Do I have the right functions? Ax squared plus bx plus 3. No, it should be minus bx. Phew. All right, so that made it work. I was about to have to record a new video. So error checking and analysis, right? So use Desmos to check and just make sure you plug everything into Desmos correctly.